In a significant departure from previous diplomatic rhetoric, Ethiopian state media has launched a scathing critique of Eritrean President Isaias Afwerki. The state-owned Fana Broadcast Corporation has accused Afwerki of hypocrisy and of harboring ambitions to undermine Ethiopia's sovereignty. It has been clear for some time that relations between the Ethiopian and Eritrean leaders are distinctly cool, but this is the most direct attack Ethiopian state-owned media. The program points to problems which have been plain to see for many years, but somehow escaped Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed's attention when the two men were allies during the Tigray War, 2020-2022. The program claimed that despite Isaias Afwerki ruling a country without a constitution for 3 decades, he has the temerity to criticize Ethiopia's constitution. It acknowledges that Ethiopia's constitution may have some unresolved issues. Even the United States Constitution has been amended many times. The journalists point out that the Ethiopian government has established a National Dialogue Commission to address these constitutional issues. It alleges that Isaias accused Ethiopia of contributing to regional instability by insinuating that the construction of the Grand Renaissance Dam on the Nile is being undertaken on behalf of unnamed external actors seeking to destabilize the region. By comparison, Eritrea is portrayed as a nation without electric light. The program criticized President Isaias for attacking neighboring countries for holding democratic elections, claiming that their adherence to the rule of law exposes his own weaknesses. President Isaias is accused of conveniently forgetting to mention that he trains and dispatches rebels to overthrow neighboring governments when he appears on television, instead presenting himself as a regional representative and a peace advocate. The audience was reminded of the Eritrean leader's infamous Al Jazeera interview when asked about elections in Eritrea, when he replied dismissively, "What elections? We'll see what the elections in the US will bring about," continuing to suggest that Eritrea might have to wait another 30 to 40 years before holding its first national elections. The program claims that the vision at the time of independence of turning Eritrea into Singapore failed. President Isaias became envious of Ethiopia, which it claimed has achieved double-digit economic growth, emerged as East Africa's leader, and now holds the position of the second-largest economy in sub-Saharan Africa. By comparison, Eritrea is described as a nation with outdated infrastructure, rationed internet connectivity, and failing telecommunications services, where the public considers withdrawing cash from ATMs a marvel, and where the state audits personal spending down to the funds allocated for marriage ceremonies. The program alleged that Isaias's interviews reveal a long-standing ambition to dismantle Ethiopia and rule over it. It cites a venomous agreement signed in Asmara with Egypt and Somalia under the guise of bringing regional peace, which it claims undermines Ethiopia's interests. This public criticism marks a significant shift in the relationship between the two countries, which had previously been characterized by periods of cooperation and conflict. The program's sharp tone suggests that the Ethiopian government is increasingly frustrated with Eritrea's behavior and may be considering a more assertive approach to regional diplomacy.